I'm very excited to be doing a video. I'm a little bit nervous as well because I'm doing it like just for you. So it's a bit weird because I watch you on the YouTubes and it's like, that's you. Just opened up the basil oil. It stinks. What is that? Look how glossy that top is. Oh, this is so exciting. That actually went alright, although everything was really thick. It's actually really beautiful. Really happy with that. Just look at that giant bubble.
So I know that, you know, some people that watch my videos super hate it when I talk about my hair or just whatever I want in the beginning of my videos, which I find weird because it's like it's my video, so you don't have to be here, you know? But my hair, I don't think I've cut in like 2 years? Can someone clock me on that? I feel like it's been well over a year for sure. It's like gotten to the point where it's as long and voluminous as it was like when I first started the channel. And it's wild. And I get a ton of questions about what I do to make my hair like so big and, you know, full of volume. The answer to that is I don't cut my hair, because when I don't cut my hair, what that actually means is I don't have a professional removing the several layers within my hair to make it lay normal. And so I just look like I have 80s hair all of the time, and I actively have to make it go down. It's a lot. And talking about hair actually does have something to do with today's Project Soapway winner, because she has amazing hair. It is epic. And when I first saw her hair and her aesthetic in the first intro video that she sent me, I just had the biggest grin on my face because it was perfect. The lighting, her beautiful hair, all of her, you know, colors behind her, her soap colorants behind her hanging on a pegboard. It was amazing. And the hair, it's just, it tied it all together. It was perfect. And I'm so excited to show it to you because while all of that was really cool, she does have a very beautiful aesthetic. That is the least interesting part of everything that you're going to see in this video. And I will tell you more about this winner, and probably not her hair anymore because I feel like I've covered that bit. But, you know, her soap for sure in just a minute. But before I do, hello, I am Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things. And you are here for week 15 of year 3 and winner number 2 of Project Soapway Challenge number 5, maybe, in the coconut oil-free soap recipe challenge. And this winner is Sopea Bath and Body out of the UK. And first up, like, isn't that the cutest name ever? Sopea. So it's Sopea. 30 on the screen. Adorable. I love that. But second up, holy crap, does she make some amazing YouTube videos. So immediately go give her a follow right away. I'm going to say that right now. Go give her a follow and go check out her soapy creations because they're epic. And quite frankly, I'm shocked that she doesn't have more subscribers. So go do that thing for me, please. Yes. But also, her soap, the lather on her soap was so freaking fun. I loved everything about watching her footage, editing her footage, listening to her talk like she's talking to a friend. She definitely has a big personality, and her soap ended in probably the most epic layer and example of bigness ever. So let's get to her video. We're going to talk about her company. We're going to talk about her process, her thought process behind creating this recipe, and, obviously show it and her lather test at the end because we're professionals. We do all the things sometimes. Let's get to the video and see if I manage to hit all of those things. I am afraid that I edited this down too far because I'm afraid I don't have enough time to actually talk about everything that I found to be so delightful within this soap. So Sopea, Bath & Body, out of the UK, is amazing. And she's going to be using a rhubarb infusion. So her olive oil has been is being infused with rhubarb for this particular project. And that is what she is doing while she is prepping her oils. She is putting in her olive oil into this. And we will talk about the recipe in just a minute. But first, can we just give a nod to the aesthetic? This is so beautiful with the overexposure here, the very white background, the very brightly colored infusions, even her lavender or pink colored gloves. Everything here is so stunning. And it matches perfectly with the aesthetic that she had going on within, her craft room, her soaping workshop, where she had her colors behind her and all the things. Absolutely stunning. This is such a beautiful aesthetic. And it totally makes sense because she actually does make YouTube videos. So you should go check out her YouTube channel and, watch them all like I have. I've binged them. They're wonderful. She has such a dynamic personality too. I love everything about her and her videos. But I think my favorite is probably from, I don't know, it was like the second or third video on her channel, way far back. She did a Battenberg cake in soap form, which is the cutest thing in the world. Such a cute idea. Soap and Clay Keeler #2 loves Battenberg cakes. We did like a high tea birthday party for her over the summer, and we had to make Battenberg cakes. And I honestly think, wow, that is gorgeous. Now, look at what this has done just by nature of putting the lye solution into her oils. And again, remember, her olive oils are a rhubarb infusion. And so as she's stirring it around and saponification or emulsion is doing its thing, it's getting so dark. It's so beautiful. What a stunning, stunning color. Oh my God, I love this. But yes, anyway, Battenberg cakes, YouTube videos, go check it out for sure. We should probably talk about this recipe. Okay, so as you probably got from her little intro thing that I put in the very, very beginning, she has babassu oil in this guy. So she's working with 25% babassu, 5% avocado butter, 7% castor oil, 10% cocoa butter to help stabilize the bubble, 3% hemp, 25% olive, which is the infusion, and 25% palm, which is going to be great for the bar hardening. In addition to that, she is adding 1% of honey from a local farm. And this turmeric is what she decided to also put in because she wanted a really big, beautiful color, and she wanted to make sure that this color was a little bit more burnt orange. So there's that. 1% kaolin clay. I'm sorry, 2% kaolin clay. And then you have the rhubarb root infused olive oil. And then she also decided to put in some marmalade, which I thought was kind of a fun idea as well. So she has a lot going on with all of this, but she wanted to put the marmalade because obviously the sugars that she's incorporating in this are definitely going to assist in a big bubble for sure. But the scent that she's using is Satsuma Orange, which is a delightful scent. 10 out of 10. I recommend that scent so much. I still have very vivid memories of using that for a tall and skinny shimmy back when the Soap Prentice and I were doing all of Amy Warden's past soap challenges. Loved that scent so much. It was absolutely stunning. And the soap that the Soap Prentice made, she beat me by a margin of 1,000 with that one because it was so beautiful. That scent is gorgeous. And so it's a really cool idea to go ahead and stick with the theme and include, some marmalade into her soap as well. So well done, Sopea. This is amazing. Everything about Sopea is just so fun. I enjoyed listening to this footage as I was working and making soaps or whatever. I always turn the footage on so I know, what the recipe is, what's going on within the pore, anything that the sudsers want to tell me. So I'll make sure to include it in the video, or, just generally, because a lot of them just talk to me, which is fun, like just chit-chatting. And I loved every second of it. She's so dynamic. She has a really great personality, and she genuinely just loves the craft. And she's put so much thought into this recipe specifically, but also just within everything that she does within, her business, which I really love. And she still gets excited about it. You obviously saw from her soaping room and her stock room that she's very, very, organized, which is amazing. And she has that sort of organization within her mind that also comes out within her soap making. And I love that. I think it's great. Now with this pour, what she's going to ultimately be doing, because again, she wanted that darker color, she decided that she was going to go ahead and do essentially like an ombre. And so she's going to have one part of the soap darker than the rest. And then we'll continue to, add more to, ombre, gradient, whatever. And so she's going to use this turmeric to help her achieve that. Quite a bit of turmeric within all of this. But what I found to be most interesting with this turmeric was what it did. You see how thick that soap batter is, right? And she was concerned that she was already experiencing a bit of false trace at the very beginning because it did get rather thick. And so first, she did take the stick blender back to it. She trusted the process. But second, when you add the turmeric to this batter, not only does it darken up beautifully, but it gets loose. Like, do you see how it's actually thinning out the batter and it's making it more workable? It's completely wild. It's reminding me right now of when I make macarons, right? And I'm folding in the almond flour into, the egg whites. And if you over mix it, if you overfold it, it gets really runny and you can't, pipe your macarons at that point. Totally reminded me of that, but like she even took the stick blender back to it and it's loosening up so beautifully, which is completely wild. And I do not have any measurements for the turmeric, but the answer to how much she used is a lot. Throughout the entirety of this pour, she continues to put more turmeric into it. So it's a whole bunch, which I'm 100% here for. And also, as a bonus, because we are doing lather tests with all of this, you'll be able to see firsthand what happens when you put a crap ton of turmeric into a soap. See if it colors the lather and all of that, right? So let's get to this pour and we can talk more about Sopea Bath and Body and really how delightful she is in everything that she does. There. Okay, now on to the pour, and as I said, she is going to be doing essentially an ombre, so she'll be laying down some soap batter and then coloring it with the other soap batter and changing the color throughout the pour. She's currently working on an angle here, and she's going to be doing all of that for, beautiful eye visuals while I check out her website. And first thing at sopea.co.uk, again, that's Sopea, that's adorable. It's so cute. I would swear just by looking at her website that she has a background in marketing or art because it's absolutely stunning. The very first picture that she put on her website is it's a close-up of a bunch of yellow and pink bath bombs with like confetti and whatnot on them. And her logo is a yellow heart behind her Sopea, and it's perfect. It's perfectly framed. It's perfect. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then continuing to look down through her photos and whatnot, she definitely has an eye for this. And again, I would assume that would mean that she was, she has a background in marketing, but she doesn't. As she was talking to me in the video, she was telling me a bit about herself, and she actually works as a dispatcher. So like for 911, 999 for where she is, which I imagine is like the most stressful job ever, because you are mostly always you don't call 911 to say hi, you know what I mean? And so you are always meeting people and experiencing people at their absolute lowest moments, and that must be so difficult for the mental health. And she actually did talk about that within her video, and she said that she started this because of her mental health to help out with all of that, and it became just this beautiful passion of hers. And she started the business. And I love watching or seeing her website here. It's absolutely gorgeous. She has such a good range. So she's got fine sugar face polish, whipped body butters, whipped soaps, bubble bars, bath bombs, lip balms, handmade artisan soaps, shampoo bars. Oh, it's so stunning. She's got a rather large inventory, so that's always a lot to manage for sure, but they're beautiful. Her bath bombs are absolutely gorgeous. She's got really cute watermelon bubble. Oh, that's so beautiful. Love her bath bombs for the holiday too. She's got a little Santa belt. That's such a cute idea. Absolutely stunning. And everything about this is just so meticulously done. She has such a beautiful eye for all of this. And also look at that. Look at how beautiful her soap ended up being. Like, this is such a gorgeous color with this turmeric and the infusion with the rhubarb. It's so beautiful. And I love the attention to detail and all the care that she has here. She cares about her products. She cares about her customers. And that shines just by nature of watching this. It's absolutely delightful. And of course, I had to include this in it as well, because one of the best parts of the video that I saw from her was when she was doing some, just zooming of the camera across her beautiful soap top. And she said something to the effect of, "That's actually quite beautiful." I like that, like she was pleased with herself. And I love that. That's the whole thing. Be happy with your soap, be proud of yourself, and enjoy this process. And she certainly does that. And you can see in everything that she does. And now it's time to, put the lid on it and put it to bed. And we will, of course, next, after one more beautiful shot of her beautiful top, check out the lather, because that's the point. We're here for the bubbles. But that is such a stunning soap just across the board. I'm blown away that turmeric is capable of delivering that. Okay, and on to the lather test. And first up, I really wanted to put everything that she was saying right here in the video, because it was just another sign of how much she loves this process. So happy with these bars, and they are beautiful bars. You have that lighter orange at the bottom there, and she was quite smart adding the additional turmeric, because as you can see just on that bottom corner there, that beautiful red that came through when she first added the lye to the oils, it definitely lightened up quite a bit. So she was very smart putting that turmeric in. But anyway, as she's rolling these soaps over in her hands, she was so pleased with herself, and not in some sort of cocky, I'm great at everything kind of way, just at a sort of in awe of what she had accomplished. And I get that. I've been making soap for a very long time, and I still get that way. Like, wow, look what I did. It's good. Totally works. And the bubbles, they're obviously delightful. And she was very, very pleased with what she was. Oh, well, that's fun. Yeah, she then decided that she was going to make very big bubbles with her soaps. And so she started creating these literal giant bubbles. And I think that that's beautiful, because again, when I said big bubble, I said big bubble. That could have meant a big, beautiful lather right off the bat, or it could have meant a literal giant bubble. And so she just started playing at this point, and she was having so much fun. Every time that a bubble popped, she laughed in this delighted way. Oh, it was so amazing. And every time that she was going to work it up again, she was just having a good time. And I found this to be just so heartwarming. And so it was exactly what I needed when I heard it on that day, because my headspace was just some kind of way, and I have a million things that I have to do, big, long laundry list of stuff. One of those things was, proofing her videos before the edits, and hearing all of this and hearing her talk about her process, her soap, her real job, her family, her stepdaughter, and then it all ending in this, just having fun with the thing that you do. It put me in a great mood for the rest of the day. She's amazing. And she's such a welcome addition to the Sudzer family. She's newer with the Sudzers, but she's been so wonderful to have around. She's very positive. She's very thoughtful. She's very meticulous. She's very creative too. this recipe is something else. And having fun with it like this is just incredible. And manage to get this shot is just, wow. That is so cool. And honestly, also to that, I don't know why this hasn't caught on. I don't know why we all aren't creating giant bubbles on top of our soap like that, because that's fun. Again, I know I've said aesthetic a million times, but it's cool aesthetic. It's so beautiful. And I don't know. I'm so proud of her. I'm so glad that she won this. I'm so glad to be able to get to know her and check out her offerings and her beautiful soap. And you should definitely go follow her and support her on all of her socials, because she is incredible. Look at that. Because she's incredible. And she's fast becoming one of my favorite sudsers, ever. And I don't know. I have like 300 favorite sudsers. So, there's that. But that's because you guys are all awesome. But yes, this was so good. Chrissy, I'm so proud of you. Congratulations with all of this. This is a beautiful recipe. I do believe this is your first entry in the Project Soapway Challenge, so congratulations on the winning. And also, look at that lather. It's beautiful. She got the good lather and the big bubble. The literal big, massive bubble. Come on, that big giant bubble. Wasn't that the coolest thing you've ever seen? That was so amazing. And that she was able to capture that on camera was ultimately the reason why she got selected for being one of the winners for the Big Bubble Challenge, because she had submitted a couple pictures of her soap, right? And while her lather is, of course, amazing, and when I said big bubble, that could be interpreted to mean a number of things, like obviously a great big awesome lather or just a super giant bubble, which she got. And so that was awesome. I mean, she got both, but that bubble was great. Yes. She's such a dynamic personality. I really enjoy her. I enjoy her thought process. I enjoy having her as a part of the Sudzer community. She is one of the newer Sudzers that has joined the Sudzer family. And so she's winning her very first challenge. And I think this might be the first win from the UK. I think that might be right. I know we've had winners that haven't been in the States. Like the first one that comes to mind is Soaps on Stones, because she's one of my most favorite Australians in the world. Go give Sopea Bath and Body a follow on all of her socials. Check out her website. Think about ordering if you want to. She has some very beautiful soaps. She has some very smart soaps, very clever ideas. That Battenberg cake probably is my favorite soap in existence, and I want to make one now because that's so cute and so inventive and just so awesome. Soap Like Kidlet number 2's favorite cake in the whole entire world is a Battenberg, and so it totally works out. It's beautiful. But yes, go check her out. Congratulations, Sopea Bath and Body, for being one of the winners of Project Soapway Challenge number unknown. Pretty sure it's 5 of the coconut oil free soap. I loved your big bubble. I loved your process. I loved everything about this. Seriously, it's a beautiful aesthetic. You have the whole filming and everything completely nailed. Congratulations. You deserve all of the hype and all the support, and I'm going to do my best to ensure that you get it. So there's that. Now, we are 2 winners into Project Soapway, and for those of you who are in the know, we usually have 3 winners of each Project Soapway challenge, but as I said, we are doing 5. So the next 3 are equally epic, and the lather on some of these is just so over the top, amazingly good, like shocking, that I'm really excited for you guys to see them, because as the challenge's point was a big bubble, was a big lather, it's just beautiful to see how well and how insanely well they delivered on this brief. And so I'm super excited to show all of that to you. Thank you for being here, Sudzers. Thank you for existing. Thank you for being you. Thank you for participating in these challenges and lifting up all of the other soap makers instead of tearing them down, because we all know all too well how many soap makers exist out there that kind of seem to exist only to tear other people down. And it's beautiful that we do not see that in our community. So thank you. As I said, I am out of here. I've got more edits, but I will see you guys all again tomorrow for another round of Soapy Fun. Bye.